Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I am Pretty Papercraft 67. Tonight I am continuing to work on these bundles that I'm making for the Etsy store. I must say that I've really become a fan of this mass making. I've never been a mass make creator before, but doing the Roxy weekly challenges with Rachel has really shown me how easy it can be to mass make and how great it is for productivity. So yeah, these bundles are coming along really nicely. I'm using some products in here that we've made on the Roxy's weekly challenge. Where I'm going to put in some of the large document holders and the small ones as well that we did. We did some tags in week 5, stamped narrow or tall tags, so there's going to be tags in the bundle. I've made on video just the other day some of these little mail cards with the hidden pocket, so there'll be those in the bundle. I made some book page pockets out of this really sweet little book that I have here. And inside each pocket there is a really rustic journal card that I've dyed and inked and stenciled and stamped and put some gold gilding on them. And then I've also made some scrappy tear and share notebooks with just all sort of different pieces of paper through them. I've still got a couple of things in mind that I still want to do. And so tonight I'm going to mass make some really easy pockets, little ephemera holders or junk journal inserts, little pockets like that. This is not my idea. This is a very common idea out there. It's the diagonal fold type of thing, but it is such an easy little make, and yeah, it looks really nice. You can clip it into a journal, you can stick it down on a page, you can stick the whole thing down with 3 sides and have a pocket behind. I am using some music paper to make mine with, but they could look just as nice with double-sided scrapbook paper. Yeah, just a really handy, easy little project, and so simple and quick to make. So I've made 2. Each bundle is going, I've got 5 bundles on the go, so I need to make 5, so I need another 3. So I've just got this hymn music book. So, and it's really lovely feel to the paper. So I'm just going to use some of that. So this is the size of an A4 sheet, but it's a little bit shorter. An A4 sheet would probably come to about there, but that doesn't matter because the height. The first one I fiddled with was on an A4 piece of paper, and it's just got that about quarter of an inch taller, but that's nice too. So basically an A4 sheet of paper and is all that you need, and I'm just using music paper. You could use printer paper, scrapbook paper, any kind of paper that you like. You could cut down a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper to make an A4 size. And you want to, I'm using the scoreboard just because I'm not very good at straight lines. So you want to lay it in the landscape to do your scoring. And on the scoreboard, this is in inches, but I want to score it at 3 1/4 inches, which is approximately 8 centimeters if you don't work in inches. And this paper is quite fragile, so I'm just scoring very lightly. If you were scoring on a piece of cardstock, you'd probably need a bit more oomph in there. And then I'm going to score it again down here at 7 1/2 inches, which is 19 centimeters. And that's pretty much that, so I can put that away. And then I'm going to fold this because it's quite fragile. So you just want to fold down on those score lines that we just made. And I'm just going to give that a little bit of a burnish. I can see it's already starting to come apart, but that's okay because when it's all folded, then I'll sew around the edges, which will give those edges more support. Then all I'm simply going to do is open it back up and take the corner of each side and fold it down just shy of that original score mark, like that. And the same with this one here, like that. And then that becomes that top pocket, like that, your diagonal fold. And then from here up, I'm just going to score it at 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches is about just over, just on about 6.5 centimeters, I think. So I'm just going to, if I can find my pencil, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a guide there. And then I'm just going to fold up with my ruler and bone folder. And I'm not very good with straight lines, so it'll probably be crooked. So just give that a bit of a burnish along there. And then I'm just going to fold it up, and that becomes a pocket. But you've got a pocket and a pocket, and then there's another pocket in the front there. So you've got 3 pockets in one piece of ephemera, which I think is really good. So now, the first one I did with sewing down the diagonals, which I love. So if you wanted to sew down your diagonals, you would have to do that before you stick your pocket down. With the second one, I forfeited the sewing down the diagonals, and I've just sewn around the complete area of it once it's been glued and dried, and I like that, so that's what I'm going to do. So if you weren't sewing, then all you need to do is come back out, fold it all back out, and I'm just going to use some of this Helmer's glue. I really like this stuff, and it dries pretty quick. And I'm just going to glue these diagonal folds down. Just glue them like that. And the same with this one here. Like that. And then I'm just going to fold it back up together. And then I am going to, no I'm not, then I'm going to come here and I'm just going to stick this to this. So I'm just going to give myself a little guide as to how far to glue, about there. And I'm just going to glue this here. And just over this side, just down this little side section. And then fold that straight over together. Make sure it didn't glue together. No, that's cool. Alright, so that's it. And then you simply just fold it up like that. And there is your little pocket. Now I'm going to, I'm not going to glue my pocket shut because I will sew, but if you were going to just glue your pocket shut, all you would need to do would be run a bead of glue up here and a bead of glue there, fold it over, and yeah, there you go. So I'm just going to put a paper clip on mine for the minute because I haven't got my sewing machine handy. And it's too noisy anyway, and I don't know how to edit. Alright, so there we go. So that's that one. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to do the next 2. So again, lay it down in landscape, scoring it at 3 1/4 and 7 1/2. I'll bring the next one in and do the same. 3 1/4 and 7 1/2, or 8.2 centimeters and 19 centimeters. And I'm just going to fold those over. And that one over. And same with this one. And I think too, you know, when you're mass making, you don't have as much time to think about things. And that's better for me because I'm such a procrastinator when it comes to crafting. So, yeah. Thank you, Rachel. Oh, and I'd also just like to say thank you and welcome to the new subscribers to the channel. I very much appreciate you being here and spending some time with me. So thank you and welcome. Let's fold that one and fold this one. And that's that and that. Pardon me. Then we want to put some glue down. That. Same over here. And then we are going to fold that back up. I'm just going to make myself a little mark around about where to glue. Like that. The only thing with this Helmer's glue is it does get a bit stringy, but I do like it. It's a good product. That's that one. And see how quickly they come together? It's great. Like I said, this is not a my idea. This is not a new craft. I've seen a lot of makers out there do this project because it's such a good one and it just comes in handy. So yeah, I just wanted to make some for the bundles and I thought, well, why not turn on the camera and just do that. And then, like I said, I'm just going to turn that up at about 2.5 inches. I can't see where the 1/2 inch mark is. There it is there. That's right. I'm going to put myself a little marker. I'm just going to fold that up. There is a bit of bulk there, but that's because I've left it like that because I wanted the three pockets. That one's a little bit off. Like that. Yeah, that one's a little bit off, but I think I can bring it back when I'm sewing it. Alright, so I'll just put paper clip there and there. And then we'll do this last one as well. Probably because I didn't score it straight. I'm shocking for straight lines, I really am. That one's better. Okay. And so then I've just got some assorted pieces of ephemera that I've got ready to put in there or getting ready. And it's just a really nice size. So, you know, I've got a journal card to put in each one at the back. There's so much more room. These are a lovely new printable by SweetPeaCuriosities. Beautiful. I will link it below. So each one's got a little bit of a journal card in there. And then I've made up my envelopes with my printable, the vintage receipts envelope. And then that can go into the little back pocket there, like that. And then these little cute envelopes are from the Dream Factory on Graphics Ferry. And there is a second pocket there that they can just slip into, right there. I think how cool. And there's still heaps of room in there. You could put so much more. And I probably will put a few more pieces. And then, like I said, I've just come along with the straight stitch and then a bit of a zigzag down there all the way around. And I'm just leaving mine really neutral because I do like this music paper colouring. It probably isn't showing very well on camera, but it's an old colour to begin with, that yellowing, but it's also got lots of greys and the black stands out, so I really like it, and it's all about music. This one here, I've just used a cutout piece from that SweetPeaCuriosity printable. So yeah, you could put just a ticket on there, you could do whatever embellishing that you choose, but yeah, a really, really simple, easy idea, and it's lovely to give as is in a happy mail. It's going to go into these bundles, or clip to a journal page, or even if you were to bind it on the edge of your page and make it into a flip, you could put another pocket here, so you've got more room for ephemera there. So there you go. Just a quick one for me tonight, but I just think they're a great little project. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope everyone has had a great week. It's now Friday night, then the weekend's ahead. So enjoy. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.